Hello! Welcome to Rough Edit. Why? Holy crap. Welcome to our 2016 Oscars Academy Awards reactions and discussion. I didn't have time this week to put together like a legitimate video, so just consider this my video. I'm joined by fellow Rough Editors and very, very good friends. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves pretty quick?
I'm Connor Wood.
Are you sure about that?
Catch me on Tuesdays, I think.
And I'm James Halleck.
I'm Amanda Hampton.
All right.
No, I'm
really.
I'm Connor Wood.
Taking off the sunglasses because I'm gonna.
Connor Wood. I go in
Me
Tuesdays
too.
for Rough Edit. Yeah.
It's me. It's James Halleck, your best pal from Sundays. Sometimes when I feel like it. Yeah.
I am Sydney Hampton, and I am brand new.
Hey,
And
it's
I
me,
will
Jacob
be
Ferguson,
joining
the
you
guy that
guys
Sydney
on
Hampton
Fridays
blocked.
with Tyler Parrish, who could not make it.
Hi, I am Cooper, as you may well know. I do the Wednesday stuff.
Great.
All right, cool. So this is our first live show. We may make some mistakes. We may not. We may have viewers. We may not.
We don't make mistakes.
Even then,
Do we have a viewer count?
How do we
What?
know if we have viewers?
Guys, did you know that
Hey,
Rough
hey,
Edit is
Q&A
live?
feature.
I'm live streaming them on my phone.
whoa.
Whoa. That's
All right, guys. So, for starters, Oscars 2016. What did you guys think of the show overall?
Sydney, unblock me
I thought the
first.
stage looked really pretty.
Hey,
Oh,
hey, Jacob wants you to unblock him, Sydney.
Ugh.
Guys, let's be nice here.
I don't know how. I don't think it's a possible thing. I don't think I can unblock him.
Hey, I'm gonna say no. I don't want to block you, Jacob, because we're pals.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think it's a
click
good
the
man.
Arrow, click the arrow, like under his name or something.
Yeah, then it says profile. It doesn't say unblock.
I feel so.
Well,
Uh
yeah. Okay. Well, it's okay.
oh.
So the Oscars as a whole.
I personally thought that Chris Rock did. It was fine. It was a fine.
I'm not a Chris Rock fan.
job. There are a lot of white and racist issues.
It was a very political show this year.
very, and it was funny sometimes, but then it went a little too far at
It was
times.
funny at first. It was like, ha, funny, and then it was like, wait, why is this still going on?
It was kind of like they became I don't want to say a one-trick pony, but you know what I'm trying to say here.
I see what you're saying.
Every joke they made, if it was the first joke they made, would have been hilarious. Like they were all high-quality jokes, but it was the fact that they're about the exact same thing over and over again that after a while I was like, all right.
Yeah.
I think the funniest part of the show was when Louis C.K. when Louis C.K. Introduced the nominees for best documentary short subject, and he said, and the winner is Mad Max, and then
Yeah.
I love
and
that
then
too.
they're just kidding, but yeah, that was the funniest part of the night for me.
How about the one where they like digitally put in black actors and all these
That was pretty funny.
movies? That was pretty solid.
Like,
Did you guys catch in the visual effects montages they CGI'd on Matt Damon's beard for parts of The Martian? What a waste. Why would you do that?
They did?
Yeah. His
Now-
beard CGI,
now,
why? Like it
technically-
takes you literally 5 minutes to just stick one on.
That's
Technically,
hilarious.
yeah.
I did not see that. I was kind of in and out of watching the Oscars because I was in the middle of editing like crazy.
yeah, that was.
I agree, Sydney.
I was
though I
in
can't
and out.
hear you.
But I caught a couple of those things.
Yeah, I think technically it was amazing. Like the different segments they had when they were announcing the nominees for each category, it kind of coincided with the actual like category, like best editing. It like the nominees would be like in like the little project screen, like on like it looked like Adobe Premiere or stuff. It looked really cool. So
Yeah. Just a side note. For any of you guys watching, feel free to like chime in we're not here to like for you to listen to us. This is just one big conversation. So feel free to chat it up. Tweet us at @rough_edit. Your voice is always welcome.
Hey Mike, can you enable Q&A for us? It's disabled currently.
Q&A. I know the chat is working.
I
Q&A.
have some questions, and I demand that they be answered.
Let's see here.
I don't know.
I'm still figuring out this whole interface thing. So I don't know if I can enable it right now, but I know that the chat is free reign.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, that works.
All right. So how do we want to do this? Do we want to go through like the different categories?
Yeah. Let's start with the first announced, and then we'll just kind of work our way down.
All right. What was the first announced? I think it was.
Writing originals. Oh, first off, let's talk about each of our ballots. What we got. Michael, what did you score?
Well, actually, I did my ballot a little differently. I did it based off of like I marked what I wanted to win, like my personal favorites, and then I marked what I thought would win.
Okay.
So all of those two combined, I got like 14. But I mean that is inaccurate because like
Yeah.
I had more chances to get them right. But yeah, for original screenplay, I really thought Spotlight was gonna take it.
Do you guys want to just go like category by category and just like?
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah. That's what I think. That's what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for clarifying, James.
You're welcome, that's my job.
All right. So yeah, writing original screenplay.
Wait. Before we start, I've got something that's. Oh wait, Jacob Ferguson muted.
Okay, Jacob. Why does Jacob keep muting Cooper?
I don't know.
All right. I have an update on an earlier situation where I attempted to add Sydney as a Snapchat friend and inadvertently added a random person named Sydney who demanded to know who I was, and so I then sent her a picture of a Cheez-Its box. So we're about to find out who she is if she actually responded.
Stay tuned for the exciting saga.
It says, haha, do you play hockey? What's your Instagram?
Whoa.
Oh.
Remember to subscribe to Rough Edit.
You should send the Instagram of Wayne Gretzky.
Tell Sydney she can unmute me just by like clicking on the mute button again.
Yeah, can you do that, Sydney?
I said subscribe to Rough Edit on YouTube.
Wait, Sydney, can you just unmute?
Sorry, hold on.
All right,
Okay, you can use the editing timeout. What did you say?
can you unmute Jacob?
No, it's not working.
You can't unmute him?
Hey,
No, that's
Jacob.
not a thing.
This is our first Google Hangout on air, so we are still figuring out the whole
Yeah.
interface.
Does it tell us how many people are watching?
Yeah, the last time I checked was like a minute ago, and it said 3.
Hot. Oh, snap.
So be popular.
Mom, is that you?
Mom?
A chat?
Oh,
Jacob Ferguson says chat.
Okay, so if
All right,
we
let's
still
keep
block,
talking. Let's keep talking.
all right.
I'm sorry. I will not derail the conversation anymore.
It's okay.
But I potentially just got us to new subscribers, so. Like,
Okay. Is it the girl you've been Snapchatting?
Well, I don't know what she looks like. She's just been sending me darkness with words, and I told her to subscribe to Rough Edit.
She's catfishing you. All right.
so I don't know how to unblock them.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know at this point. Okay, Connor. Woohoo! Connor Adams has just joined this call.
Hello,
Connor, we're in the midst of talking about the nominees. Let's talk about writing original screenplay. I think it was a given that Spotlight was going to take this. Am I right? Am I wrong?
No, it should have gone. It should have gone to Inside Out. not
Inside Out? Really?
Inside Out.
Cooper, you've seen Spotlight. What do you say about best original screenplay?
I mean, I thought it was amazing writing. The thing about Spotlight, and I was probably just gonna bring this up for Best Picture, but I guess it works for a screenplay too. But the thing about Spotlight is never in the movie did they ever like magically stumble upon something that helped them with evidence or writing the article that they were trying to write. Is like it was intentionally like straightforward, the journalism process.
Yeah.
So, like it was never something like somebody magically mailed in something that they found anonymously. Like they went out and they researched everything and they contacted people for it, and that was something that I personally really appreciated.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was picking my Oscar picks on basically what I thought was gonna win, because I had a few competitive ballots that I was filling out, like from for the movie theater that I work at, and then for my film is lit class. But yeah, I think Spotlight definitely deserved from what I've heard. But yeah, Inside Out is great. Ex Machina is also great. I definitely want to see Straight Outta Compton. It's been one that I was wanting to see. So, any other thoughts?
I think, I mean, I kind of fizzled out there and then came back and I heard Cooper saying something about how Spotlight was just very real, like it was the journalism process and like there was no fantastical element. You got to respect that. You got to respect how authentic they were to it.
Yeah.
I'd like to argue. Oh, never mind. Finish what you're saying, Mike.
Oh, thanks, man. Sorry about that. They had a screening of the film on campus here, and they had like the actual Spotlight journalists there, like watch it with us.
Oh, dang.
And of course, the question came up of like, you know, how authentic was it? Like, how true to life was it? And they just stood there and were like, that's it. Like, that's exactly what happened. Like, there was no change to the formula. So.
Also, did you see how Mark Ruffalo looked just like the guy he played?
Yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Just like him.
He sounds like a
played
buffalo.
so many parts that I feel like now sometimes I just can't look at him and that's one character.
I
just not figure out how to unblock Jacob.
It doesn't matter.
I have to say something though. Yeah, I mean, Inside Out though.
You gotta love when an animated film gets screenplay.
Here's the thing.
Your favorite does not win every time.
No, wait a second. I got legitimate reasoning. You have to be like an excellent writer, obviously, to write that other script. Spotlight, that's the one. But you have to be an excellent writer and kind of a genius to come up with Inside Out. Like, there's so much stuff in there. Like, every time I watch that movie, I'm like, oh, that's like another level of just like craziness.
Smartness, intelligence, knowledge.
I mean, honestly, Inside Out was like genius in some places, and the concept was genius. But like, I didn't like the storyline of it. Like, when they first like left like headquarters or whatever and were trying to get back, I figured they were gonna get back and then there was going to be another central problem to the story. But then like it just like dragged that part out forever and made it the central storyline, and I felt like it could be better than that.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
My turn.
Let's move on to adapted screenplay.
Great.
I know Michael.
Guys, I'm disconnecting. I'll reconnect in a few. But I don't know how.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I'm disconnecting. I'm reconnecting in a hot sec.
All right, cool.
Reconnect as Sydney. Okay.
All right. Well, yeah, Michael. I definitely think you have some words for this.
Yeah, I mean, I can't be too opinionated here because I haven't yet seen The Big Short. That's next on the list.
I really want to.
Yeah.
I mean, in all fairness, I haven't seen most of the nominees, but I still get mad about it.
it's still to follow.
You saw Inside Out. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen that movie.
But yeah, I mean, I am a sucker for Room. I saw Room, and it messed me up. I'm not afraid to admit that I was like openly sobbing in that movie. It was just so emotionally charged, and I think it was fantastic. So my personal vote for that category was Room, just because of how strong and like emotional it was.
Now,
are we on the now?
Have you seen The Room? Because that was a great, fantastic piece of art.
Not yet.
That was an original screen.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Now, I think Michael's view on Room is kind of like my view on Whiplash from last year.
In my view.
That movie really affected me too, and they're both kind of independent, the independent movies nominated for Best Picture, and I think, I think they have similarities in like where they're placed in the Academy Awards. So
yeah, and there's something so simple about the two of those films. Like, I mean, they're very independent, but also like it's the kind of film that you can sum up in like 15 words. And there's
Exactly.
just something so charming and satisfying about that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Anybody have any other remarks for adapted screenplay? I know I saw Carol.
I'm
And,
interested to read The Big Short because like the way the movie played out, there were several different storylines going on at once. So I want to know how that happened in the book and how they were able to portray that correctly.
yeah.
I mean, that was really cool.
The Big Short. That's okay. Never mind. I don't
I
want
knew
to
James
have a conversation anymore.
That's true. Thank you so much. All right. Now this is one of the biggest surprises of the night. I thought visual effects.
Oh, that was huge.
Those two
Yeah.
Ex
Yeah, for
Machina.
I've been really quiet because I don't
Alright,
care that
yeah.
much about the screenplays, but this is when I get loud.
Those two Ex
Here's the
Machina.
thing. Ex Machina. I'm not mad at it. It
I'm
deserves
not mad at it at all.
the
But
amount that they were able to do with such little money is absurd.
I think it was a big. I respect the Academy for going with the less like obvious option.
But I think we all know the real snub was Transformers 4.
James,
Get out of here.
No, but guys, don't be upset because Transformer 5 is coming out next year.
Oh, good. Can't wait.
Hey, where was Alvin and the Chipmunks with all this?
Hiding from someone right now?
Hmm?
Are you like hiding from someone? It sounds like you're whispering.
I'm in the library, so I'm trying to be kind of quiet.
Why are you doing this in a library?
Well, I'm also writing a paper, so I'm probably gonna have to hang up soon anyway. But
Okay,
over the top
okay.
end.
thank you for your chiming in, Connor.
All right, I'm gonna chime in here. Where in the world was Alvin and the Chipmunks for best visual effects? Like, do you know how hard it is to CGI those 3 chipmunks in?
It's not CGI. It's real chipmunks.
Oh,
They're practical.
They're practical. No, but in all seriousness, I think Mad Max completely deserved best visual effects. That movie is like a painting. Every shot is a painting.
I'll
Yeah.
see you already.
yeah, it was incredible.
You could argue that the sandstorm scene is not that good. I think it was fine, but
Are you kidding me? I think it's fantastic.
I think it was fine. Yeah.
Visually, I think it's fantastic. But yeah.
And wasn't
I
the
don't know. I
majority of
thought
the
Mad
effects
Max
not
was
so practical?
too sandy.
Distracted. Which category are we on?
What?
Are we still on visual effects?
Yeah, we're about to move on to some.
Okay, my sister is in the audience right now. Shout out to Margaret. And
Hey, Margaret.
I don't know if she's there. She said, "Hey, why is Connor whispering?" But he's gone now. So
All right. Well, visual effects. Anything else? Star Wars.
Mad Max were nominated. I know there was one nominee where I was like, maybe not, but I can't
The
remember.
Revenant.
It wasn't The Revenant because they had that sweet bear.
The Martian.
No, is that it?
Yeah, and then Ex Machina. Yeah.
Okay, well then never mind. Usually there's like one, like the years that The Hobbit got nominated, I was like, maybe not.
Yeah, the effects are kind of patchy and.
Like lots of effects does not always equal good effects, which is why part of the reason why I think Star Wars didn't win, because even though like 90% of its effects were flawless, the 10% that weren't flawless made it look like the effects weren't overall as good as Ex Machina.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Sound mixing, sound editing. I think there's no question.
I think sound, but I've got some, like, I'm okay with Mad Max deserved it, but like there are scenes in Star Wars
Inside Out.
where all right, spoiler alert if you haven't seen Star Wars, but not really because this isn't really that big of a thing. But it's towards the end, and Kylo Ren he's got his lightsaber in the woods, spins on the ground, and he just knocked out Rey, and he swirls his lightsaber around, and it makes like a new sound that hasn't been in Star Wars before, and it's probably the coolest thing I've heard in a movie in like the past 3 years.
Wow.
And
Oh yeah.
it's like a crazy laser sound, and I thought just based off of that it needed to get sound editing.
I loved how Trader sound. His little light
Oh yeah.
electric stick.
Oh,
That was.
yeah.
Wait, is it Trader or TR-8R?
You can say both.
Okay.
But
Where's Cooper?
Mad Max was good, but it was essentially just car sounds. So they didn't really have to. I mean, they probably invented
James, really?
They invented new car sounds, but come on, man! It's a new lightsaber. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, stuff we've heard before.
Have you? Kyle,
Yeah, I've never heard of car before.
That's completely different. That's like saying oh man, cars. I've heard those before.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, no, it's completely different.
I made it.
It really is. It just is. How everything is going on in those car sequences, it would be extremely hard to make all of that. And just like with the music going on, with the Doof Warrior playing the guitar in the background, that would be
We're talking
insane.
about Mad Max.
We're just talking about sound.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What movie are you discussing right now?
What?
What movie are you discussing right now?
Mad Max.
And also Star Wars.
Yeah.
For sound, Cooper, as our resident soundsman, what did you think of the sound in Star Wars?
I haven't seen Star Wars yet. I really haven't seen much of any of the. I know I want to refresh my mind on the old ones because I watched them when I was like 7. I haven't since.
That's respectable.
Yeah, if you wanted to, you could skip to the new one though. I took my sisters to go see it, and 2 out of 3 of them had never seen Star Wars before, and they loved the new one. So
yeah, I've heard that I can get by without it, but I do want to go back and watch them.
it's more fun if you've seen the old ones, but you can get by without it.
I barely remember anything of them.
Wow. Okay.
But I mean, obviously, Star Wars is gonna have all the guns and lasers and spaceships and whatnot and the battle scenes. So I figured sound would be a huge part of that. So it was my pick to win, even though I hadn't seen it.
Yeah.
Do you feel like Star Wars may possibly have not been as considered as much because it's a lot of sound that we've heard before, or the kind of style and stuff that we've heard before?
Probably. I think there's so much in there. Connor had a point that there's so much in there that is just legacy sound effects they've already used before, that they just kind of discount that there's so many more that they've invented for this.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the nature of the beast.
All right. Well, I got to leave.
Interesting. We'll talk about this. I was going to say something about the music, but we'll talk about that when we get to it.
Yeah, I got to leave soon. I just want to touch on some of these next ones, or kind of just go through these. Short film live action, didn't see any. Did you guys?
No, yeah, I didn't see any of them, which is unfortunate.
I mean,
Sometimes they'll have they'll put all of them together and play them in theaters.
Yeah, they did at Carmike.
I saw a really good short film last year called Transition.
Oh, really now?
Yeah, Stutter won short film live action. Short film animated. Now I did see World of Tomorrow by Don Hertzfeld. It's on Netflix and it's fantastic. I was actually pulling for that to win. It's about 17 minutes long, but
Wait, let me
Bear
write a
Story.
note next to that. I want to watch that.
Yeah, it's great. Bear Story. Well, do you know the film It's Such a Beautiful Day?
Yeah.
Yeah, that same animator did World of Tomorrow. It's really good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it kind of looked like it had that very different.
Yeah,
unique
I
style.
want to see the It's Such a Beautiful Day because I've heard so many fantastic things about it.
Lava didn't even get nominated, right?
No, but Sanjay Super Team did.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that one though.
The visuals on Sanjay, though.
The thing about animated short is that I really wanted Lava to be nominated, and it wasn't, and I was sad about it.
Lava, I think Lava's fun, but I don't think it's that
Visually stunning, Lava.
It's very, very simple, and it's very good looking, and for some reason it almost made me cry, and that was enough for me to think that it should.
Yeah. When Jacob and I saw Inside Out in 3D, watching Lava was phenomenal on the.
Lava, my favorite thing, Lava, when you see it, and it makes you real sad and really emotional, and then that's just, then Pixar's like, that was just a sample, and then you watch Inside Out.
All right, now I have to leave, but I just want to say the ones that I was happy about, that I wasn't happy about.
Connor.
What?
Just record it.
No. Original song, "Till It Happens to You" by Lady Gaga was snubbed completely. Writings on the Wall did not deserve. I like Writings on the Wall, but
Why was "See You Again" not nominated?
I don't know.
All right,
Don't ask me.
Connor.
What?
Connor, just record Better Call Saul. It'll be on again later.
No,
Yeah,
I have
man.
to watch it with my parents though.
Okay.
You want me to?
I can respect
watch
that.
it tomorrow
Okay,
or something?
really fast. I just want to say I love writing.
What?
I wanted to say hi.
You love writings on the wall? Is that what you said?
I can't see anything.
Oh
But you're
man.
wearing glasses.
I said I love writings on the wall. Like I love it so much. And
I'm
I
close
just-
to loving it, but "Till It Happens to You" I think is such like a moving song that it's that performance that Lady Gaga gave at the show was just phenomenal. I thought it gave me chills.
I love the sound of writings on the wall. I like the whole
Oh,
like,
yeah, I
style.
do
It
too.
feels very Bondy.
Maybe I'm just mad at them not picking Muse to do a Bond song yet, because I just think that is the most perfect like choice that they could do. Watch or listen to "Supremacy" by Muse. It is a Bond song. It really is.
Huh. Let me write that down
Finale
too.
Transition should have been nominated.
What?
The finale song to Transition should have been nominated.
my
Definitely.
microphone's broken.
Hiram?
I hear you, Sydney.
Definitely. This
All right. Well,
thing.
I gotta
No,
leave.
you guys.
I've been told
I
a surprise for me.
I gotta leave, guys. But go Leo.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, guys.
See you, Connor. Well, let's segue right on over to the Best Actor category then. How about that win for Leo?
I mean, Leo obviously deserved it.
Yeah, that was exciting.
Oh yeah.
And it made me smile. I was smiling the whole way through his speech, even though it was kind of a long speech.
Yeah, you could tell how happy he was during that whole speech.
Yeah.
But you
And
know
he
what this
also,
means.
he also had a really good
Or
opportunity
anything.
to make a joke like "finally" or like say something about how he probably should have gotten it earlier,
Mhm.
and he didn't. And then he went on to give a brief speech about something he was really passionate about.
Yeah, you gotta respect that.
All right, I'm back, guys.
Hey, welcome back, James.
So Oscars, am I right?
Did you lose weight?
What boosters? You know, all I have to say.
What did you think of the Best Actor category?
James.
Best actor category. It doesn't matter. Thug life.
Bro, James, you look different.
I look different.
Yeah, James looks different.
Is it the hair? It's probably the hair.
James, did you cut your hair?
Did you just shave your beard?
I think
No,
that's
it's the
what
beard.
it is. You must have
Yeah,
changed.
I shaved. I stayed out in the sun too long. Happens. Sorry, like you know.
Yeah.
I once like the guy from the Plain White Tees. Now I look like
Yeah,
Don
yeah.
Cheadle. It's fine. Fine. Hang on a second. I'll be back.
All right. But yeah, besides Leo, I've been hearing a lot of hoorah for Michael Fassbender this year,
Yeah.
which is interesting. So I think
My friends brought me donuts.
nice.
I also really want to see Trumbo.
I'm not gonna lie. Who is that?
Who is that? It was my roommate. Or one of them.
Your roommate's great.
Yeah, he's a pretty fun guy.
Hi, James's roommate. If you're watching this.
He's gone.
What's he studying at SCAD?
Animation. He's an animator.
James, what is your roommate studying?
Animation. I have 3 roommates. One's animation, one's game design, and one's film.
Nice. Got a good, diverse living situation there.
And 2 of us
Everyone's frozen right now.
No, I don't think so.
No,
I think
it's
you're
just
freezing up. All right. Well, let's see. Let's transition on over to what else have we got? Film editing. What do you guys think about the film editing?
I think they got it right.
Yeah.
Like, they had the wackiest editing techniques in Mad Max, and it was worked so well.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm sorry to admit this, but I haven't seen Mad Max yet. Like, enlighten me on what the editing is like for it.
All right. It's very, like, old-fashioned, but, like, it's like an old-fashioned movie brought into, like, the new age. In the way that, like, in the beginning, there's, like, an action scene where the whole thing is, like, played at, like, 1.5 speed. Just to, like, get it a little bit faster and going. And there are, like, zooms and stuff. Just a second. Yes?
That's pretty cool.
Swear to God.
Oh yeah, I've seen clips and stuff, and it seems very like snappy and quick and
Aaron,
smooth.
what do you think about the film editing in Mad Max?
Huh? Sublime. Superb.
You heard,
George Miller, genius.
you heard it here first.
Yeah, speaking of George Miller, I feel like there's always that one director in every Oscars that
I was watching
everyone like looks to or like compliments.
I think he got really badly snubbed for Best Director.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Why is that, Jacob?
We'll get to that category.
Connor, it's funny Connor joins me because I bet you Connor could help rent with me too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. We're gonna watch Better Call Saul later. All right.
He's back.
Category are we on?
Editing.
Wait. So, okay. We talked about production design already.
Nah, we're jumping around. But we can go back in order after editing.
Okay, what do you wanted to talk about, Jacob?
Oh, I was going to talk about Best Director, but it might be too early.
Yeah, it probably is. Let's get to like the last. Let's.
Unblock Jacob.
You might have to like leave. Like both of you guys might have to leave and then join back. Maybe I don't know.
I
don't think
unblocked
so.
him. That's what I'm saying. How did I do that?
Oh, I don't know. How do you unblock him? Or is he still blocked?
Well, it says you're Abby now.
Oh, I'm so confused. I'm so confused right now.
Hangouts are confusing.
I'm everyone. I'm everyone but Sydney. You can call me Amanda, Abby. I respond to both.
Alrighty.
All right.
Well, editing. I originally guessed Big Short to take it because I've heard the editing is really good, and I've seen some clips from it, and it just seems like an Oscar pick. But they went with Mad Max.
I can see where you're coming from, Connor. I heard that movie at first when they had the rough draft of it was like really big, but then they were able to cut it down to be pretty short.
James, you're the worst.
I'm sorry.
No.
Okay. I haven't seen Mad Max, and I still don't know if I really want to.
It's so great.
It's just a whole lot of fun. And
It's a car chase.
a lot of weirdness.
I've
Yeah.
heard that there's more to it than like crazy action.
Oh yeah. It's got its crazy action sequences, which are awesome to watch, but it also has really awesome like acting by Charlize Theron, and then Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
I love Tom Hardy. Okay, can we just say really fast? I really want him to win Best Supporting Actor. I wanted it.
I mean, I don't think it's his best performance in The Revenant.
Revenant?
Yeah. Have you seen the movie?
Oh, the movie what?
The movie Locke, where it's just him in a car. That's a pretty great movie, and it's just him in a car acting, like on the phone. It's pretty.
Well, he's just a great actor.
Pretty great.
But I really wanted him to win for The Revenant. That was one of those movies that I just felt like that was a given, and it wasn't. So.
I thought Sly was gonna take it. I thought they were gonna give it to him. But
Stallone. It needed to be Stallone.
I know.
But then, all right. So let's go ahead. So I guess we'll just go ahead and talk about supporting actor then.
I guess.
Mark Rylance, when he came up, I was like, this guy. But then his speech was like so heartfelt and nice. I was like, I'm proud of this guy.
Oh yeah, I've heard he's great in Bridge of Spies.
Yeah.
I was actually rooting for him.
Yeah, I mean,
I liked him.
Yeah, Cooper, did you watch Bridge of Spies?
I did. He really was incredible in Bridge of Spies. I didn't realize that it was him who nominated. I think I just skimmed over it, and I was so impressed with Mark Ruffalo that I picked him to win it. And Mark Ruffalo was like really good, and for a supporting actor, he had the most climactic and emotional scene where he was getting so upset about what was happening to these children because of the Catholic Church scandal.
Oh, he
And
got
so-
to yell.
Yeah, that was his moment in it, and he was a supporting actor. And on top of that, like his interaction with all the characters, like he had these like weird quirks about him that you don't really see in Mark Ruffalo movies a lot. Which no, there's not really many movies where it's just him, but his characters like he doesn't have many quirks very often. But he played this really quirky character who had this really meaningful moment in it, and I really liked that. But the guy in Bridge of Spies was really good. And the way they portrayed him, or he portrayed him, was really incredible. And so I really didn't think Sylvester Stallone, should have gotten it. Like, he's good, and I like him, but just because he's 70 years old and made a comeback to film doesn't mean that he deserves the award.
Whoa. Hold up.
What a jab!
George Miller here.
Fired.
Wait, so who's seen Creed? Because I haven't,
I
personally.
haven't. Wait, are we talking? Did we just jump to director?
No, we're at Best Supporting Actor. Best Supporting Actor.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought
Yeah,
you were throwing. I thought you were throwing shots at George
Best Supporting Actor went to the right guy, but I would have been totally okay if it went to Mark Ruffalo. But Sylvester Stallone's little brother went on a Twitter rant like when he didn't win, and that was completely uncalled for, and he's wrong.
I mean, but in
That's
his
his
defense,
brother.
if I had a brother who didn't win, I would go on a Twitter rant about it.
All right, well, since we're on the topic of Best Supporting Actor, I just want to mention how Benicio del Toro was not nominated for Sicario, which is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know if you guys saw that movie, but yeah, he's amazing in Sicario.
I've heard good things.
Yeah, it's great.
You guys catch that flick, Gods of Egypt?
Shut up. That's gonna win the Razzie for Best Visual Effects. Next year's Razzies.
That looks like a blast and a half, that movie. While we're on the topic, chime in. We want to hear what you
While
think.
we're on the topic of bad movies, did you guys see The Revenant? No, I'm just kidding.
At
That is
rough
why I
underscore
had to
edit on
block
the Twitter.
Jacob.
Yeah, hey, if anyone's got anything to say, just tweet at us. Do it. I dare you.
Rough underscore edit. We don't get
Pick
many
a fight
tweets, so
with
we'll answer you.
Yeah, pick a fight. I want to get in Twitter beef. It looks like fun. Somebody insult me on Twitter. Give me an excuse.
Bring it on.
Be right back.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about some other categories.
A friend of mine just messaged me. He's like, dude, you haven't seen Sicario? You're watching it next time you're over. Hi,
I know.
Will. How you doing, man?
Fantastic, right?
Can I
Sicario
watch
is
it
great.
next time I come over?
It's great. Who was that, Michael?
This is my friend Will Mancini. He's a friend of mine here at Emerson. Great
Will?
guy. Shout out to the 1004 guys, by the way.
Hey, Will. Guess I'm gonna come over too.
Yeah, come on, fly up to Boston, and we'll make a movie night out of it.
Now, Sicario had one of the best.
I'll
Uh,
walk. I want to save the Earth, so I'll just walk.
Sounds good. I'm sorry, what were you saying, Connor?
No, I was just saying, Sicario, it's also nominated for Best Cinematography. Let's talk about Best Cinematography.
All right.
All right. So
that was
Lubetsky
phenomenal.
Lubetsky's essentially the Daniel Day-Lewis of cinematographers at this point. Every time he makes a movie, he wins the award.
Yeah, he won for Gravity. He won for Birdman, and he also won for cinematography. For Revenant. What's gonna be next? Is he gonna go for the turkey?
Yeah, Alvin and the Chipmunks 6.
He's going for it.
He's gonna get some nice tracking shots in that Alvin and the Chipmunks movie.
Yeah. He's gonna say
no,
Alvin and the Chipmunks, the Chip Cheree. That's gonna be
No,
the
it has
You heard it here
it
first,
has to
folks.
be play out words like chipwrecked.
yeah, but I was trying to think of one,
Car
but I'm
trip.
not that
Car
good.
trip instead of car trip.
Car chip.
Now I'm just trying to think of
Oh, that's it.
ones.
It's road trip.
Oh wait, there's gonna be one where Alvin finds out he's a dad, and it's gonna be called Chip Off the Old Block.
How about Alvin and the Chipmunks 5: A Chip to the Moon?
Oh.
All right.
And it's like old classic A Trip to the Moon, like
Like
short.
the movie?
Yeah, like the short movie back in like the 1920s.
So Oscars. Speaking
Yeah.
of movies like Alvin and the
Speaking of
Chipmunks.
Oscars,
Sorry.
that gold statue. What a guy.
Pretty much any time the conversation gets derailed, it can be traced back to something I said.
That's not a bad thing.
I apologize.
Hey, you're good.
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah, we were on Best Cinematography. This is one of the categories where like every movie was great in that category. I think. Carol had fantastic cinematography. Hateful Eight, Mad Max, Revenant, Sicario. I think all those are heavy hitters for that category.
I got a message in from my sister. It says Alvin and the Chipmunks go nuts.
Oh.
Wait, which sister?
Just when you thought the Oscar conversation was
Hey,
saved.
Catherine.
Hey, Catherine.
Guys, you guys don't know this, but me and Catherine used to be the best of friends.
Is this true?
Same.
Oh, it's true. We jump rope together.
Wait, you jump rope too?
I tried to get on that jump rope team in 5th grade, but little did I know that I sucked at all sports.
I don't remember all these people on the jump rope team, but I guess they were on it.
All right, we've got a Twitter
Oh.
thingamajig. We got a tweet. This is from Will Mancini. But he says, at Rough Edit, Sicario is criminally underrated this award season. It deserved Best Cinematography, too. Also, hi, everybody.
It deserved a nomination for Best Picture, Will.
Which one is this?
Sicario.
Sicario.
Do you really think so, Connor?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Roger
Like
Deakins
it's some of the most tense filmmaking I've ever seen. Some of the scenes are just so it's crazy how good it is, and I definitely want to watch it again on Blu-ray or something. It's great. Emily Blunt is also great in it. So is Josh Brolin. It's just
Ah,
Dang.
sorry.
Sure, of my
Microphone fell. That's not good. I don't like that.
Controversy has struck. I just got a text from my sister Margaret saying, no, that was my idea, not Catherine's.
oh.
Catherine, you were the idea stealer?
You could never be a filmmaker if you're not original.
So now we have Best Adapted Idea from Catherine. Adapted it from Margaret.
Best adapted idea.
Naming the sequel to Alvin and the Chipmunks.
I wish that adapted could just be like the Oscar word for stolen.
They need to reboot the Alvin and the Chipmunks series.
Like if they just make like a rip-off of like Die Hard, but like pretty much the exact same movie, and it gets adapted. The same.
All right, let's get back on track. Let's put this train back on the rails.
Choo-choo.
Choo-choo. What have we not talked
Hey.
about that is not extremely big?
Will Mancini on Twitter once again says, Connor, you are my new best friend.
Will, I love you, bud. I don't even know you.
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
I will follow you on Twitter.
Oh, there's a way.
All right, what's the next category? Let's see here.
I was saying what we haven't talked about that's not extremely huge.
We haven't talked about.
I have to make an apology. Catherine told me it was Margaret, but I'm bad at reading, and so I read over that part.
Wait, someone said something.
I said something.
Yeah, you're getting us off track again.
I said we haven't done actors.
Listeners are sending me hilarious jokes.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Cooper, because James is talking.
Yeah, James, why don't you shut the hell up, all right?
Oh.
That's fair enough.
All right. We haven't done best actress or best supporting actress.
I said something that's not huge. That is a very large category, I think.
Let's do costume design.
Costume design. I thought Cinderella was going to take this because it just seems like a complete Oscar pick.
I thought so too.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was done so
I can't. You're what?
Say that again. Say that again.
Yeah, you lagged a little bit. Sydney?
It was beautiful. It was done really well.
Cinderella?
The costume design was so good.
Yeah. I know, and I didn't think the Academy was gonna pick the edgy pick of Mad Max, but
Yeah, I don't
they
know. Because everything in Cinderella just seems so like eloquent and
did. Yeah.
I don't know, just very artistic. So.
Mhm.
Oh
It was
wow.
beautiful.
Yeah.
But Mad Max's
It's-
costuming.
No, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's great. It's so innovative what they did with the costumes in that movie, but I
They're
just
like the Mexican woman getting milked.
I have a question. What category?
That was in the movie.
What
Yeah.
category would like prosthetics and like alien suits go into?
prosthetics would be
That- That makeup and hairstyling?
for what?
Because
Like the
Star Wars-
prosthetics like for like Charlize Theron's arm?
No, like because Star Wars, because they had that whole cantina scene with like a ton of people.
Now that I think would be that's hard. That really is because ooh. Yeah.
Because it's a little bit of visual effects, it's a little bit of costuming, and it's a little bit of makeup.
Makeup.
So.
Yeah. Speaking of makeup, let's shift into best makeup and hairstyling. I think
What a segue.
yes, thank you. I'm very
Yeah,
famous for
I-
myself.
I-
That's near and dear to us all because of the 48-hour film fest.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, there's just a plug-in for my new video on my channel, Connor Wood. Check out the documentary to one of the most acclaimed 48-hour film fest.
Go check it out.
Transition. It's really good. It's really informational. It's just a great time in about 3.5 minutes. So search Transition Documentary, Connor Wood. You'll see a big group of us as the thumbnail. So
It's a trap.
great. It's great. Yeah. No. Don't. I don't know what Michael's saying. It's not a trap at all. It's so good. All right. Well, yeah. Best makeup and hairstyling. I thought the 100-year-old man who climbed out of the window and disappeared was gonna win. I'm just kidding. It is the longest title to a movie I've ever heard.
Everyone's
Rivaling,
favorite film of the year.
rivaling Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day.
Was that movie any good?
I don't know. I heard it was okay.
I
And
heard
then
it was
they-
a terrible no good.
Yeah, Alexander. But yeah, Mad Max, the makeup, like with all the war boys and stuff, like all their like paint, and then all the hairstyling is incredible. So that movie is incredible. It's a feat of action.
Yeah, I wasn't so sure about that one or The Revenant because they both seem very
Yeah. But
strong.
I think
so.
I just think Revenant definitely was very effective with all the gashes and stuff that Leo's character received, like by the bear. It's pretty insane. But I think
It was unbearable to watch.
yeah, I think there was more
Unbearable.
more effort and like a lot of examples of makeup in Mad Max more than the Revenant. But
I have a request from Catherine to tell Sydney that she misses her.
Sydney,
This is depressing.
Sydney,
Well,
What?
she
I
didn't.
have a request from Catherine to tell you
What?
she misses you.
Aww. My heart's touched. Tell her I miss her too.
She's watching.
And that I'm glad that we were friends.
I got a snap.
Bringing people
we
together.
just
Let's talk
haven't
about.
seen each other since like the 6th grade.
Now, have we talked about best original score yet?
Not yet. Which Inside Out? Come on, where was that nomination?
No,
Yeah, what in the world? That's ridiculous.
Inside Out was the greatest of the year. I don't
How
even
was-
know- even
How
though
was Bridge of Spies score, Cooper?
Hold on, I'm looking at.
I've actually heard that Bridge of Spies was their score was amazing, but
No, but that's hard because Sicarios'
I'm
score is
I'm
great.
experiencing some serious technical difficulty.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
kind of
no.
lagging on your end.
We can kind of hear you though.
But yeah, we can hear you still. That's fine. But yeah, but Hateful Eight, man, Ennio Morricone, that was what a legend.
yeah,
I do think that Neo deserved the win.
Yeah, the only movie I've seen out of original score was Bridge of Spies.
You haven't seen Hateful Eight or?
No, I haven't seen Hateful Eight yet.
Dang.
I know, I need to.
Great.
I think Hateful Eight. Oh wait, I'll get to some snubs about Hateful Eight later.
I think Hateful Eight, best original screenplay. That's all I have to say.
I never got to talk about original score.
No, I'm saying I'm just mentioning Hateful Eight why it was not nominated for original screenplay, but that's it. Okay.
Yeah.
James.
All right. Here's the thing. While I do think that Inside Out had the best music of the whole year, of at least the ones that I saw, I can't talk about the ones that I didn't see, but I still would have. I wanted it to get nominated, but I still would have been okay with it losing to Hateful Eight, just solely based on the fact that Ennio Morricone has been in the business for like 60 years or something, and he never won, and he's probably in the top 3 of all time.
Yeah. Oh, definitely in the top 3, I would say.
Plus, he was giving his speech, and I was getting real emotional about it.
I think he was the first most legendary composer, like the very
Can you guys
first one.
see me?
No.
I see a blue icon.
Gosh darn it.
It says Abby.
You want to leave and then join back?
And I'm trying to be a person here.
All right, hey, if we
What the
want
heck,
to kick
Google?
off around an hour, then we got about 7 minutes left.
All right. Do we want to talk about some heavy-hitting topics then?
Yeah, let's go towards those.
All right.
Right in.
Best animated feature, Inside Out.
Yes.
I've heard Anomalisa is great. I really want to see it, but But yeah, Inside Out.
Inside Out was definitely the best of the animated movies I saw.
Now
It was the only one.
I've heard a lot of critical acclaim from when Marnie was there, the Studio Ghibli film, which I really wanted to see. But yeah.
I get a lot of hate at SCAD because I haven't seen any of the Studio Ghibli movies.
Yeah.
I just can't get into the animation style.
Yeah, well, if you meet an animation major here and you mention that, they'll like come after you with weapons.
Michael, what were you gonna say?
No, that I've heard good things about Shaun the Sheep.
Yeah.
That, it kind of seems like kind of an average like franchisee animated movie, but I've heard that it's pretty good. So I'll have to watch that one.
I've heard good things about Bears, the animated short.
Speaking of animated movies, recently Zootopia currently has a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
I did not know that. I'm honestly excited for it. I'm not gonna lie. I really have been liking Disney animation almost more than Pixar recently. Inside Out was amazing, but I really liked. I thought Big Hero 6 was alright, but I loved like Wreck-It Ralph, and to be honest, I liked Frozen. So.
I
they're
love
great
Disney. Everything Disney, all things Disney.
So you're excited for Zootopia?
Like,
I'm
nominated
excited.
for an Oscar, that's Disney. I'll root for it.
Ever since
So pumped for
Okay.
Zootopia.
I need you to calm down.
Zootopia is going to be
It's
really
in my
good.
top 10 most anticipated. It's my number 1.
Okay, Jacob.
I think Disney's been really on it ever since they put John Lasseter at the head of all Disney animation.
Definitely.
Disney's been on it in general ever since they bought Marvel and everything.
It's all Bob Iger. What a cool guy.
Best directing.
That is okay. This is where I'm gonna go on a rant.
Snubbed.
All right.
Okay,
I knew they were gonna pick Inarritu, but
I knew it. I knew it deep down.
I
It makes me
felt so
sad.
bad. All I wanted was George Miller and his cartoon glasses.
Yes, he
Winning
looks
the
so
award.
cool. He looks awesome for like 70 or 80 years old, however old he is.
You know what's sad? DreamWorks announced a film called Me and My Shadow, and it was supposed to come out like around this time frame, and it looked super, super cool based off of the concept art, like a really cool sense of style. But all of a sudden they're like, oh wait, it may not come out.
So they're gonna make Home 2 instead.
Who knows?
No. No. Okay. Awesome. Well, yeah. best directing.
I want to go on about the best directing a little bit more though.
It was George
go
Miller.
ahead.
I don't think I know this from personal experience. A good director doesn't make everyone quit the set because it's such awful filming conditions, and he lost so many crew members because of it. That's not a good director. A good director is George Miller, who goes out into the middle of the desert and makes everyone stay interested in the movie.
Now, okay, I think Alejandro González Iñárritu is a good director.
Oh yeah, but
The movie was in harsh conditions. That's the way he wanted to film it. You know, if they didn't commit to it, I guess. I don't know.
But that's the same. Like it's both extremes. Like you have harsh conditions in the tundra. You have harsh conditions in the desert. It's the same.
Yeah.
I mean,
They had to switch multiple conditions because it was raining and it was storming in the deserts that they wanted to film in. So they chose Namibia or something in Africa, and Namibia. I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah.
Connor, you just offended all of our fans in Namibia, so I hope you can live with that.
Dang it! I'm sorry, guys.
But yeah, I agree with everything Jacob said, and it should have been George Miller. He's a cool guy. I felt really sad because he got to see all of his buddies and his wife go get Oscars, and then when it was his time, they passed him up, and my heart hurt. And he looks like a little cartoon character, and I wanted him to win.
He does. Did you guys talk about? Did you guys talk about how the editor of Mad Max, Margaret Sixel, is the wife of George Miller?
Yeah.
Okay.
His wife. I heard an interesting fact about her editing, or at least for this movie. She turns off the sound and just edits picture, and then does the sound later.
Really?
That's awesome.
That's interesting.
For what movie was that?
Mad Max. That was George Miller's wife. Also, this is kind of a weird throwback, but that one dude who won for what was it, sound design or something? That one weird guy who looked like he was a hobbit. That guy was crazy. I was like, I want to be friends with that guy. The Mad Max guy. That was all I had to say on that. I was a fan of his style.
You should try to be his friend.
I think George Miller missed his opportunity to win Best Picture back in Babe, Pig in the City.
What a movie.
Yeah, Happy Feet.
Or Happy Feet 2, yeah.
I think he did Happy Feet 1, right?
He did both.
And he did both.
He needs to make a third for a trilogy, a Happy Feet trilogy.
I don't think that's necessary.
People said it's funny because if you look back, if you had to watch every movie from the Best Picture directors, if you watched the movie before this one that was nominated, it'd be like you'd be watching Happy Feet 2, Anchorman 2.
The Cobbler.
You'd be watching The Cobbler.
Oh, that movie's not good.
It's a ton of terrible movies.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Hey, man, Anchorman 2 is not terrible.
Anchorman 2 is not terrible.
Anchorman 2 is hilarious.
But the Cobbler is the director of Spotlight. I think Kubrick asked.
Yeah, the
Crazy.
The last big thing that the director of Spotlight did was The Cobbler, and then he wins Best Picture.
And that's crazy.
Such an
wild.
underdog story.
That guy was nominated for Razzies this year, and also Oscars.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah, what a fun year for that guy.
How does that happen?
You make a really bad movie and you make a really good movie.
Exactly.
I guess, but it's
I bet he was just playing. He was like, oh man, that'd be hilarious to be nominated for Razzies and Oscars at the same time. I'm gonna do that.
Let me try and do that.
that was his goal. It was a long-term goal.
Make it a REGOT. Razzie, Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony.
Well, then again, The Shining was nominated for multiple Razzies.
What was?
True.
The Shining.
Oh, that's sad.
Stanley Kubrick, one of the greatest directors of all time, was nominated for a Razzie.
I don't know what a Razzie is. I've never heard of this award.
It's the awards for worst movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
So Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince.
I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna block you next, Connor. You're next.
I'm kidding. I haven't even seen it. Actress.
Before we hop back on track, I have a passionate text from Margaret about Shaun the Sheep and how she doesn't like it.
All right, let's hear it.
Like what?
Margaret Halleck from Tennessee writes, Shaun the Sheep is the worst thing in the whole world. When that came on TV when I was little, as a commercial, I would flip through, and I thought I had escaped it as an adult, but it followed me to high school.
It's horrible.
That's in all caps.
What
That's
about the
that's
old
pretty
commercials? Don't you like?
bad.
I'm blocking.
Woo!
I'm gonna kick Connor out of the call.
I'm here all night. Don't block me. Don't
Tip your
block me.
waiters.
All right, actress in a supporting role. I guessed Alicia, or I made an educated guess on Alicia Vikander for the Danish.
I peered into the future and guessed Alicia Vikander.
Yeah.
Or I just
had my
looked
vote
on,
on Rachel
looked on the
McAdams.
internet with very well spoken guesses, and they said that she's gonna win. So I was like, hey, I'm just gonna pick her.
What did
Not as something as that joke.
Not as bad as that joke.
Now Jennifer Jason Leigh was fantastic in Hateful Eight.
I know that there were some things with my brother.
Hello?
Yeah, she killed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and I mean, I saw Steve Jobs. Did you guys see Steve Jobs?
No, I didn't.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
I saw the spoof version on Funny or Die like 2 years ago. They had one that was starring what was it? The Justin Long, the Mac guy.
Oh, great.
And it was pretty hilarious.
Cool story.
But, you know, that one didn't get nominated for any Oscars.
No, not at all.
I really thought it would have gone to Rachel McAdams. I don't know. I think she nailed it, but
Was she good, Cooper and Michael?
What's that?
Was she good in that movie?
What movie?
Spotlight. Rachel McAdams.
Yeah, she was really
I'm
good.
gonna watch that tonight.
She like I feel like she was in it very, very purposefully. Like her character served a good purpose. Like with Martian, it felt like Kristen Wiig was just in there so that they could have a big name female actress. But like Rachel McAdams did really well, and she kind of like there's like the way the Spotlight team worked was there's like the head Spotlight guy, and then there's 4 other people. And then she kind of headed up those 4 other people, and she did a really good job with the investigative work.
Can I comment on your Martian comment really fast?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like they could have chosen plenty of other female actresses like big names if they just wanted a big name.
Maybe
Like,
they wanted to try
well,
a
just
dramatic
like-
for Kristen Wiig.
In
Was it-
scenes like that she was in, she like really didn't serve a purpose. I was just frustrated. I was like, all right, oh, Kristen Wiig's in this movie, she'll be good. And then I got in there, and she was not a very good dramatic actor, and her purpose in the scenes were not like really wasn't worth anything.
Yeah,
She's
her-
amazing. She's really good in Walter Mitty. Watch Secret Life of Walter Mitty. She's great.
But I'm saying it was intentional that they casted her over
That
another.
was a really good Kristen Wiig movie for her Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Yeah.
Awesome role for her. It was her first somewhat serious role.
I've heard about that Secret Life. So,
James.
yes.
I'm not about that secret lifestyle.
All right. How about actress in a leading role?
Yeah.
Three all the way.
What a great speech. I'd like to.
Yeah.
I'm mad at Samuel Jackson to win this one.
Wait. No.
If it wasn't Brie Larson, there was talk of Saoirse Ronan for Brooklyn. I've heard she's phenomenal in Brooklyn. So.
Yeah, she's really good in Brooklyn.
Oh, is it
beautiful? But I would never be able to pronounce her name correctly, even though my friend who speaks many different languages has told me multiple times the correct way, and I always forget.
Yeah. So you saw Brooklyn, Michael?
Yeah, it's very good.
Awesome.
I've heard that it's like super heartwarming. Is that true?
It is, and I mean, she
like those
plays an Irish immigrant coming into New York, and there's something about her performance that just seems very, very authentic. And I've heard arguments that that she should have gotten the win over Brie Larson because Brie kind of depends on Jacob Tremblay to supplement her performance, kind of like a duo thing.
Yeah.
Which is understandable.
Like a buddy cop movie.
Yeah, kind of. But yeah, I think it's good. I'd recommend it. Go see Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Well,
But yeah, Brie Larson. I mean, I really, really want to see Rome. But yeah, you guys have spoken very highly of it. So.
Highly recommend it. Wow, it's
Yeah,
good.
I know. Maybe you should show it to me and watch it with me, so you can get my reaction to it.
Yeah, like you did to, like you showed me Whiplash. And
I showed a lot of people Whiplash in that.
Whiplash is one of my favorites.
It's so good.
Damn, it's great.
I have to last year's Oscars and just watch it win a bunch.
Yeah.
I love it.
I loved Whiplash so much. I love the soundtrack to it too. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
you're a music guy. Yeah, it definitely should appeal to you. But
Yeah.
even if
It
you're
appeals
not,
to everyone.
even if you're not a music person.
It's better than Birdman.
Yeah, I think so. That's just my opinion.
Let me ask you guys something though. Why do you think Brie Larson got Best Actress?
I think it. Well, I mean, it's her first like big role where she's being dramatic, and she nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
So like the other thing that you knew her from was 21 Jump Street.
And
Yep.
Short Term 12 is an independent movie on Netflix.
Yeah. I mean, so
Really.
she was in 21 Jump Street, and everyone knew her from it because she was Jonah Hill's love interest.
And she was in Scott Pilgrim.
But then she comes into this and plays a very mature role, and just completely nailed it.
Yeah,
and is very moving in it.
and she does a great job of like switching between being like this really intense, furious mother figure and then like a daughter, and she's so versatile in this role. I think. It's super
Yeah,
cool to see.
and she's going against really heavy hitters like Kate Blanchett and Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat them.
But is this for Best Actress?
Yeah, Best Actress in a Leading Role.
I really do not think Jennifer Lawrence had much of a chance.
Yeah, not at all.
I know.
Like, I love Jennifer Lawrence, but I don't really know why she was nominated. Like, I
So-
love Joy, too. Also, I love that movie, because it was a great movie about a woman who invents a mop, but, like, also, she didn't deserve
I
the best.
I think there's only so many David O. Russell, Jennifer Lawrence, Bradley Cooper movies you can make until people start getting annoyed.
I want
I
to get a
I will not get tired of them. I love them.
It's annoying.
copy of that movie with a quote on the front that says, "Oh, it's a really great movie about a woman who invents a mop."
Sydney Hampton.
I got a text in from my buddy Will. He says, Short Term 12 is incredible. He actually prefers her in that to her in Room, but either way, she is a fantastic actress.
Yeah, Short Term 12 is on Netflix. I really want to watch it.
I believe you.
Well said, Will. I'll have to check that one out.
I'm going to follow your friend Will. I like him already.
He's a great guy.
I'm gonna follow him.
I think you guys have a very similar taste in movies.
Yeah, because, yeah, okay. All right, let's move on
I have a
to,
lot to say.
definitely, actor in a leading role. This is no-brainer, I feel like.
Yeah,
We've already touched on this one a little bit, but what have you guys got?
All right.
It was Leo's year.
Yeah. All right. So here's the thing: when I filmed my TV, or my friend's TV, when he got announced, and everyone freaked out so much that we got a noise complaint from the RA. And
Yeah.
great. It was such a good. Everyone was happy. I think his speech was I think I expected it to be a little bit more emotional.
Yeah.
And it was all business.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I said this earlier while Connor was gone. He had a really good opportunity to make a joke like, "Oh, finally, I deserved this so long ago," but he didn't, and he ended up talking about something that he was really passionate about, the whole climate change thing.
Yeah.
Brought it really full circle and made it meaningful.
I loved the end. I loved the end to his speech so much when he said, "Don't take this planet for granted. I don't take tonight for granted."
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
That was that little bit of emotion at the end that I was like, you should have had that going through the whole thing though, because
Now, it would have been the best Oscar speech ever if he just walked up to stage and said, "Finally," and then just walks off.
And then the guy in the bear costume came and tackled him off stage.
Real quick, I see we have some new viewers. First of all, welcome. Glad you're here. Second of all,
Welcome.
time in. We are at rough_edit on Twitter. I'm watching our Twitter right now as we speak, and we are sounding off. We'd love to hear what you have to say.
And if you're watching this, later on the YouTubes, jump on down in those comments. Don't be scared.
We don't bite.
Yeah.
But anyway, what were we saying?
I wasn't saying anything.
Yeah.
All right, is it time? Is it time for the big one?
It is.
Time.
Best picture.
Best picture.
Man,
I mean, we have our favorites, and then we have the ones that we think are gonna win.
Do we want to go down the line? Do
What?
we want to go down the line to what our favorites were and what we thought would have taken it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who wants to start us off?
Let's go Connor, Cooper, James, Jacob, because that's the order you guys are in on my screen.
All right, sweet. Well, obviously my favorite is Mad Max Fury Road. I just think it's one of the best action movies in recent memory, probably ever made, in my opinion. It's just so intricately crafted, the world that George Miller creates, and kind of segueing from his older 3 Mad Max movies that he directed to this one. It's just such a refreshing action movie that I was just absolutely floored by. I've seen it like so many times after I saw it 3 times in the theaters, and it's just a wonderful experience every time I watch it. And then the one I thought the Academy was going to pick was The Revenant. I think it was between The Revenant, Spotlight, and The Big Short, because both of them were leading the other awards votes, like from the Directors Guild of America and like the Producers Guild of America, all those. But yeah, I really thought Revenant was going to take it, but Spotlight took it. I mean, when Morgan Freeman announced Spotlight winning, I was like, okay, yeah, I totally saw that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah.
Cool. How about you, Cooper?
All right. Well, I saw all but I didn't see Mad Max Fury Road, and I didn't see Brooklyn, and I didn't see The Revenant. I need to see those 3.
Nobody saw Brooklyn.
Yeah, nobody saw Brooklyn.
Michael
Obviously,
did.
Brooklyn wasn't going to get picked.
Except for Michael.
But The Revenant would have been a very Academy pick.
Spotlight's a very Academy pick, I think.
Do you really? I mean, I felt like Spotlight, like they picked Spotlight almost as just a tribute to journalism and staying true to the storyline and what actually happened. It was, and on top of that, the acting was incredible. I said this when Argo came out. Argo was really great at showing intense emotion and being a very intense movie without actually having any action going on and yelling a bunch.
I'm not a huge fan of Argo. I'm just not.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
I mean, all right, it was a great way to show off intense feeling without there being any action going on. So like in Argo, they're sitting on the plane, they're about to take off, and you're like, and you know they're going to make it, but you're like, are they going to make it? And there's nothing going on around them. You just feel this intensity about it. And Spotlight was really great about that. And you know, the storyline. You know, I mean, I will say that Spotlight, in the very slightest, the storyline could have dragged, but everything was so important to it that it really didn't matter to me. You know, Mad Max Fury Road was like very innovative, but it was not. The Academy wasn't going to pick it. A lot of people think The Martian probably shouldn't have even been nominated for Best Picture, but I thought it was a very quality film. I really enjoyed it.
I think, is it my turn now?
No, I'm not done yet. I have to say something about The Big Short.
Yeah.
All right. The Big Short was one of the top 3 for favorite to win. I didn't think it was going to win because it was really different, and it's not a very Academy choice, and so it was very informative. Like it was pretty much a docudrama for the most part. And so I think the smart people would really want Big Short to win. Like I went and saw it with a bunch of my friends who are like 4.0 GPAs and getting full rides to college, and so like they loved it and they were into it, and they they comprehended probably more than I did. So it appealed to them a lot more, and they seemed that Big Short was going to win it, and it was their pick. But honestly, Spotlight was so important. It covered an important topic. It had great acting. It was great writing, and they didn't veer off the storyline at all. So it absolutely deserved Best Picture. And it was my pick.
Well said.
Do you guys, since that was like a Big Short was kind of like a passion project for that director, Adam McKay, do you think he was like pulling people off to the side while they're filming like Step Brothers and being like, let me tell you about the stock market crash? My favorite thing. No, but I'm going to be a broken record for just a half second, and then I'll move on. But Inside Out should have got nominated for Best Picture. Moving on. It should have been the 4th animated movie of all time to be nominated for Best Picture. I think in the future, there's going to be a lot more animated movies popping up there because of their whole reshuffling they're doing, where they're having a lot more younger people coming in. Because I think there's a stigma with older voters that's like, oh, animated movies, they're for kids, because for a long time they were mostly for kids. And now they realize, oh, if we want to make the really big money, we make them for everyone, and we just want to make good movies. Anyway, moving on from that, Up was, never forget, Up 2010.
Love Up.
I'm sorry, I don't think Inside Out is on the same scale as like Up though.
I mean, you're right. I like Up better, but I think Inside Out is still a
Or Toy Story 3 was one of them, right?
Yeah.
Guys,
And then the other one was Beauty and the Beast.
Mm-hmm.
No, are you talking about 2010?
Yeah.
No, yeah, 2010 Oscars was Up. 2011 Oscars was Toy Story.
Yeah, and then in like 1993 Oscars were Beauty and the Beast.
Inglourious Bastards was 2010 Oscars, which, you know, yeah, should have won, but yeah.
Well, they just screwed up all over the place.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. It also should have been in. Wait, was that 2000? Never mind.
Right there, Inglourious Bastards, right there, should have won.
Yeah, no, it got.
What was that? The Artist?
Really got screwed over that year.
What one was it?
Artist was released in 2011, so it was the 2012 Oscars that Artist won.
I need to see The Artist so that I can.
I mean, Artist came out the same year as Drive.
Hurt Locker won.
Yeah, Drive deserved the Best Picture.
I'm gonna move on and to what I actually thought.
Hurt Locker.
Everyone who's seen Mad Max has always said, they've always said my favorite is Mad Max, but I don't think it's gonna win, and I think that's a big problem because if everyone's favorite movie of the year is Mad Max,
that was like Whiplash last year.
Yeah, then clearly that's the one that deserves to win because if you love it so much, there's got to be something it's doing right that the other movies are not.
Well, I mean,
that's my line of thinking at least.
The action, the visual effects, what was going on screen in Mad Max was just so entertaining that you didn't want to look away.
Yeah.
But you know, the actual making of a story for the other films.
Mad Max was in production for 10 years.
Wow.
And the story in that, I think, is not as thin as people say it is.
It's not at all.
It's funny because it is. The story goes from in one line, the car chase goes in one line, and then they go straight back.
It's a very linear story, you could say.
But it's an extremely powerful human story, I think, based on the ending quote that they show at the very end.
Yeah, there's always whenever a character's, I love that movie, because whenever a character's in danger, whenever something is at risk of going wrong, you care because there's these subtle things that George Miller puts throughout the entire movie. It's not in your face. It's not like, oh, this is why you should care about my character. I'm not saying that any of the other movies did this. I'm just saying most action movies that attempt to get you attached to the characters do stuff like this. They're like, oh, look, it's a picture of my family back home. Aren't you sad now if I'm in danger? But no. But having said that, I think that a lot of people love that movie, but are like, I don't think it's going to win, so I'm going to vote for something else. And that's causes problems. Because vote with your heart, guys.
Well, no, it depends on if you're in a competitive bracket or not. Like, if you're competitive, I'm choosing the one that I think the Academy is gonna pick. But
This just in, Catherine from Tennessee says Inside Out. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Agreed.
But she accidentally said Inside Up. And that's a crossover movie I want to see happen.
yeah, the emotions inside Carl.
During the entire montage.
Or the emotions inside of
No, I would not need that. That'd be so depressing.
All right, how about you,
Just all
Jacob? What were your picks?
Jacob, what were your picks?
My picks. I expected. I was guessing Spotlight would win Best Picture. I guess I wanted Mad Max to win, but in my heart, I wanted Hateful Eight to win, but that wasn't even nominated. So
Hateful Eight is fantastic.
in my heart, I wanted Star Wars and Hateful Eight to be nominated, but Star Wars was definitely not going to happen, and Hateful Eight was sort of a snub. I think Hateful Eight's definitely better than Martian. I think The Martian. I don't know why nothing really stuck out about me or to me about The Martian. It was just like another sci-fi movie.
I liked The Martian. I thought, like, during it, they kept my attention enough, and at the end, for some reason, I was leaving. I just felt so good.
I know. The soundtrack by David Bowie.
The way they, like, their choices they made to play that more, like, lighthearted and optimistic, like, in a like situation we are right now where most movies that take place in the future or that are sci-fi are like humanity is terrible and everyone's killing each other.
Yeah.
This movie is like, look at how the world works together to get one guy back onto Earth.
Yeah, and it's a great comeback for Ridley Scott after making some duds. I mean, I liked Prometheus, but some of his other movies before that and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, definitely got Ridley Scott back on the map, back on track and stuff. I hope he starts pumping out.
Are you kidding me? Exodus, Gods and Kings is a masterpiece.
Okay, Jacob.
All right.
Michael, what'd you think?
Well, people have different tastes, I guess, and that's the tricky thing about award shows like this is that it's such a subjective thing. A film may speak to one person more than another person.
Yeah, and Alvin and the Chipmunks really spoke to me. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what you're into.
Yeah, if that's
but
what you're...
But my personal favorite this year was Room. I think Room really it really impacted me. And like you were saying about Mad Max, is that there's such a human story at the heart of it.
Yeah.
Like, not only is Room a story about a mother and a son who are trapped in a room, but it's also about like the psychological effects that can have on them, and the idea of this child who is born within the confines of these four walls and doesn't know anything about the world beyond it. And so, and I'm trying not to spoil anything here, but it's all about, I guess, how do I describe it? It's all about discovering the world for yourself, and there's a particular scene that's incredible, featuring Jacob Tremblay. And if you guys watch the film, I think you'll know which one I'm talking about. But it's awesome. But my prediction for what the Academy would have picked had to be Revenant. I mean, it was very hyped, very good, and I think just the production conditions got a lot of recognition, and I feel like the Academy would have definitely recognized in this case. But I'm glad that Spotlight got it, because I agree with you, Cooper, in that it is a very intelligent, very tight film that does its job, and it does it well. So yeah, I'm happy with that.
Awesome.
All right. Well, I got to, before we all log off, I've got to recap 3 major snubs. Snub number 1, Michael Giacchino.
Yep.
Snub number 2. Oh crap! I forgot this one.
Inside Out.
Inside Out for best pick, or no, George Miller.
All the Inside Out nominees.
Snub number 2, George Miller. Snub number 3, Feel at La Giraffe in the 48 minutes.
Feel at La Giraffe.
Yes. Feel at La Giraffe is a masterpiece.
For those that don't know, an inside joke.
Anna Glenn, if you're watching this, how dare you?
Thanks, Anna Glenn.
All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Hey, I won that, all right?
Me and you, Q.
We need to upload this 48-minute film fest.
My
film.
mom won't let me
Oh,
because I was naked with Connor Adams.
Definitely. All right, guys.
It is
thank
my
you.
masterpiece.
This was our first live show, and I think it went pretty solidly. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for bearing through our slight technical difficulties.
I had a good time.
Be sure to tune in to Rough Edit this week to hear more about the 54-hour film fest that went on with several members of the team. Of course.
Yep.
I don't know what I'll do. I was out of town. I completely regret that. Should have done 54 with you guys. But we'll hear a lot about it.
I promise I'll have an episode this next weekend. I know I've been gone. It's like a long, sad hiatus, but I've been working on a lot of stuff, and there's a possibility of a surprise Sydney cameo in my next episode.
What?
Forward to your turn. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye, guys.
This
We'll see you around.
live stream was brought to you by Target brand waters.
Subscribe to Rough Edit.
Tell your friends. It's a lot of fun, I promise. I don't do stuff that's not fun.
Guys, dance party.